Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Damanik from TBI 4, 7th semester. This video to complete my midterm task of constructive error analysis. The Honorable to our lecturer, Ma'am Siti Ismahani, S.Ag M.Hum. Okay, in this change, I would like to explain one of the topic in error analysis. That is, sentence with one clause and misplaced modifier. Okay, the first I will explain about sentence with one clause. Its normal English sentence always has subject and verb. It is important for us to find subject and verb. Sometimes, it is easy to find subject and verb in a sentence. In certain structures such as object of preposition, appositive, and participle can cause confusion in locating subject or verb in a sentence because this structure can look like subject or object. Therefore, we should be able to do the following in sentence with one subject and one verb. There are four. The first is be sure the sentence has a subject and verb. The second is be careful of object of preposition. The third is be careful of appositive when you are looking the subject. And the fourth is be careful of participle when you are looking the verb. Okay, from the 4 points that I mentioned before, the first is be sure the sentence has a subject and verb. In English sentence, at least has a subject and a verb. For example, Tom will be going to the movie. From the sentence, we can analyze that Tom is to be and will be going is verb. The second is be careful of object of preposition. Object of preposition is noun that comes after preposition. The example of preposition as, with, so on, by, and etc. Form of prepositional phrase. For example, after his exam, Tom will take a trip by boat. Okay, from the sentence, we can analyze that the sentence has two object of preposition. The first is exam. Exam is object of preposition after. And the second is boat. Boat is an object of preposition by. Second example of object preposition. With his friend, Tom found the movie theater. Okay, we can analyze from the sentence. It contains one object of preposition, that is friends. Friends is an object of preposition with. Okay, the third is be careful of appositive when you are looking the subject. Appositive is noun that comes after or before another noun. And it's generally set of form nouns with comma. If a word is an appositive, it means the word is not subject. There are two possible structures of appositive. The first is subject, appositive, verb. For example, Tom, comma, a really good mechanic, comma, is fixing the car. From the sentence, Tom is the subject, a really good mechanic is appositive, and is fixing is verb. And the second possible of appositive sentence, appositive, comma, subject, comma, verb. For example, a really good mechanic, comma, Tom is fixing the car. From the sentence, we can analyze that a really good mechanic is not subject. Meanwhile, it is the beginning of the sentence, but it's not subject because it is appositive. So a really good mechanic So from the sentence, we can analyze a really good mechanic is a positive, Tom is subject, and spacing is verb. Okay, the fourth is be careful of participle. Participle, the first is present participle. Present participle is the ing form of verb. The present participle can be the first verb and the second can be adjective or gerund. For example, Tom is talking to his friend. From the sentence, we can analyze that is talking is the present participle as the verb because verb plus ing and following by to be, it means the present participle as verb. And the second example is Tom talking to his friend has a breath. We can analyze from the sentence talking is not verb, but it's gerund because verb plus ing without to be, it means the sentence become gerund. And the next is past participle. Past participle is the ed from the verb. Can be simple past tense, past participle as the verb, and the last is past participle as adjective or noun. Maybe we often confuse to analyzing. For example, the first, she paint the picture. From the sentence, we can analyze that paint in the sentence is verb 2 because this sentence using simple past tense. The second example is she has paint the picture. From the sentence, we can analyze paint in the sentence is past participle or we can say as verb 3 because it's following by has. It means the sentence use present perfect tense. The third example is see the picture painted by Karen is now in the museum. From the sentence, we can analyze that paint in the sentence is past participle as a noun. Okay, for the next explanation, I will explain about misplaced modifier. Misplaced modifier is word, phrase, clause that is improperly sparation. Because the sparation, the sentence with this error often sound awkward, ridiculous, or confusing. Furthermore, can be write down illogical. Four types of misplaced modifier. The first is misplaced adjective. Misplaced adjective are incorrect from a noun and almost always distort the intent meaning. For example, on her way, Jen found a gold-mounted watch. Gold-mounted is misplaced adjective. The sentence means that gold-mounted on a watch. The correct sentence is on her way, Jen found a man gold watch. The sentence means that it is the watch that is gold, not the man that is gold. The second is misplaced adverb. Misplaced adverb not only alter the intent meaning, but also treat the sentence whose meaning is highly unlikely or completely ridiculous. For example, I only contribute $10,000 to fund for orphaned children. The sentence means that I only contribute $10,000. The correct sentence is I contribute only 10,000 to fund for the orphan children. So the sentence meant that I contribute only $10,000. The third is misplaced praise. Misplaced praise may cause a sentence to sound awkward or also create the meaning of the sentence doesn't make sense. For example, she served hamburger to the children on paper plate. On paper plate is misplaced praise. The sentence meant the children were served on paper plate. We can correct become she served hamburger on the paper plate to the children, because on paper plate modify the hamburger. So the sentence meant the hamburger were served on paper plate. Okay, the fourth is misplaced clauses. The sentence problem contains misplaced clauses that modify the wrong noun. To fix and clarify the meaning, we can put clause next to the noun they are supposed to modify. For example, we returned a toy to the store that was broken. That was broken is misplaced clause because it's modified the wrong noun. So the sentence meant the store was broken. So the correct sentence becomes we returned the toy that was broken to the store. We can put clause that was broken next to the correct noun. That's to modify the toy. So this sentence meant the toy that was broken. Okay, I think that's all my explanation about sentence with one clause and misplaced modifier. I think the viewers can understand about my explanation. Thanks your full attention and so sorry for our mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.